would like to first say thank you to Penny for 50 years with this company. You are a great lady and a great citizen. Art and music and dance.
Welcome. Welcome, everybody. My name is Rama Nilakanta.
And I'm Abina Imhotep. We will be your hosts for the evening. It's our pleasure. You just saw a video of 50 years of Gateway Dance Theater. 50 years. Can we give that some applause? Today's concert is the culmination of this celebration. There will be a Q&A following the concert.
Before we begin, we would like to thank the sponsors of this concert. The sponsors are the Humanities Project Grants and Bravo. The Humanities Project Grants offer support for public humanities projects that encourage contemplation, spark conversation, and engage the community. Bravo of Greater Des Moines supports the arts, culture, and heritage communities. So the main message of today's concert, For the Love of Peace, lends itself to Gateway Dance's core mission, which is engaging the community and promoting understanding and peace. Today's concert is inspired by the lives of three great people from three different continents. And these three people are the beacons of freedom, peace, and unity. Mahatma Gandhi, Reverend Martin Luther King, and Nelson Mandela. Mahatma Gandhi, Mahatma stands for, literally if you translate it, stands for the great soul. Mahatma Gandhi is affectionately called Bapu, that is in Hindi, it means father of the nation. And he's called the father of the nation because he was instrumental in obtaining freedom from the British, who ruled India for almost 89 years. His deep belief in nonviolence and nonviolent struggle inspired the likes of Martin Luther King and Nelson Mandela.
Thank you, Rama. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is a towering symbol of peace through nonviolent resistance during one of the most consequential eras of U.S. American life, the Black freedom struggle against racial oppression and hate during the 1950s and the 1960s. Dr. King is an amalgam of the faith and activism communities who nurtured him, the scholars who educated him, and the family who raised and loved him. And Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, Rolihlahla, his birth name, which means pulling the branch of a tree, troublemaker. Mandela dedicated his life to the struggle of African people against the system of racial segregation and discrimination in South Africa, the struggle against the domination of any one group, the struggle for a free and democratic society in which all people live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. Nelson Mandela believed that we could all travel together on the irreversible march to freedom. Before we begin the first item on your program, I would also like to introduce the musicians. Mike Woods is a sought-after percussionist and drum instructor at Riemann's Music. Eric Krieger is a bassist with Des Moines Big Band. And Witness Matlou. Witness Matlou, from Johannesburg, South Africa, pianist Witness Matlou is a composer and performer whose work is influenced by South African folk music, contemporary classical music, jazz, and other world music. Matlou currently is an assistant professor in the Harmony and Jazz Composition Department at Berklee College of Music. Here is a video. Thank you.
I have fought against white domination, and I have fought against black domination. I have cherished the idea of a democratic and free society in which all persons will live together in harmony.
Thank you everybody for joining us today. My name is Witness Matlou. We have Mike, who is on the drums, and Eric's going to be playing the bass with us. The piece you were listening to is a song that I wrote. It was called The Rivonia Trial, and that's dedicated to the trial that Nelson Mandela was in a place called Rivonia. Tonight is a special day because we're honoring all those three figures and looking at so much they had in common in their love for peace, their love for the betterment of society. And I think what separates three of them from everybody else is their approach in the way they did it. They shared one thing in common, the nonviolence. Nelson Mandela believed in a free and democratic society where all people live together with equal opportunities. And I think from that point, we look at how he has dedicated his life to what he believed in a way that he was arrested for fighting against oppression. And after taking so much long in prison, when he was released, he said the best way is to forgive and forget, of which didn't resonate too well with a lot of people. But I think he understood very well what was important at that time, at that moment, that peace was important. And violence could have not gotten us anywhere. And I think we owe that decision that he had made to his life. And we, in this way, we're so honored. I'm so honored to be here myself. It's because of the work that he has done and many others that have done. So we hope you enjoy the music with us. Thank you. Actually, the piece we're going to start with is called In a Gentle Way. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. In a gentle way, you can make a change. In a gentle way.
Witness Matlou and the Witness Matlou Trio. Keep it coming. So beautiful. That was amazing. Thank you. So again, I'm Abena Sankofa Imhotep. So glad to be with you all this evening. The joy of live music.